name's Josh McRoberts. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Bloomington, Indiana. So I started boxing when I was about 13. My mom had married Rob, and I actually got into it as a punishment. Me and my brothers were fighting a lot, and they took us to the gym and made us train and learn the proper techniques and everything. We got to spar each other, which was interesting. We just beat the crap out of each other, and then I just kind of fell in love with it ever since. Boxing changed my life. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. There's nothing really that sparks my interest, the way that boxing does. I'm in the gym all the time. Aside from fighting, I could see myself, running my own gym and coaching, for the rest of my life. It's something that I want to be able to do for as long as I can. Boxing is very similar to life. When you get knocked down in the ring, you got to get back up and you got to keep fighting. It's the same thing. If you're going through something in your life that's tough, you don't just give up. You got to, fight through it and work through it. I've been coaching for about 4 years now. I teach a couple different classes. I teach a women's fitness class. I do some personal training as well. I also help, get our fighters ready for competitions. Since I've been coaching, I've been able to break things down more, since I have to teach other people that have never, trained before. So that kind of translates to, when I'm boxing, I'm able to really, think about things more. So I'm turning pro. I decided to make my pro debut this March 2020. It's a big step for me, but I feel like I'm ready. I have more of a pro style, and, it's something I've been looking forward to for a long time. Ever since I started boxing, that's kind of been my goal. But, this is the start of my career. It's a big step for me, but, I couldn't be more excited. I've been training hard. I'm ready to see how it goes. It's been a long journey. I've had 10 amateur fights. I'm ready to make the switch to pro, though. I've got a great coach. I've got great people, surrounding me, supporting me. So before my first fight, I've been training for about a year. And I remember Rob asking me, maybe a month before the fight, he's like, "Hey, you want to fight in this show in Indy?" And I didn't really think too much of it, but I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll give it a shot. And we get there, and that's when I started to get a little bit more nervous. You see the ring set up, and, it was in more of like a kind of bar type area, so there was, music and stuff going on. I ended up losing that fight in the second round in an early stoppage. So afterwards, I was pretty upset, but I was really motivated to, get the next one. Boxing's a lonely sport. There's a lot of times where I've been in the gym by myself, just training, and I feel like that's when I've done some of my best work. But you've got to have a good team surrounding you as well. You can't just do it on your own. Got to have a good coach. Got to have good training partners. You're in the ring by yourself, but all the work is done in the gym. Boxing's tough. There's a lot of hours that you got to put into it. I've been in the gym, every day for the last 10 years. Jumping rope, hitting the bag, countless hours. It just never ends. But I wouldn't want to see myself doing anything else. When I'm not training, helping other people train. So it just never stops. But I love it. Boxing is 80% mental and about 20% physical. Anybody can do the physical aspects of it, but the mental aspect is really hard. There's a lot that you have to think about in the ring. Otherwise, you can get seriously injured. It's not just two people going in there beating the crap out of each other. There's a science to it. It's all about timing and rhythm, learning your opponent, adapting to your opponent in the fight. As he's trying to knock your head off, you still have to stay calm and relax as well. So the mental aspect is just as important as the physical aspect. You have to be in great shape, but your mind just has to be just as sharp as your body is. I've met a lot of great people through boxing, just good relationships, good friends that I'll have for the rest of my life. All my training partners, we have mutual respect for each other. There's an unspoken bond between fighters, whether it's your training partner or somebody you've actually competed against. I've had a lot of my fights. I've become friends with a lot of people that I've fought with, and some that I still speak to this day. My ultimate goal as a fighter is to win a world title, and as a coach, I want to inspire others, get them into the sport of boxing, and just run a nice gym that's very open. As a coach, I just want to reach out to as many people as I can and inspire the next generation to at least try boxing as a workout. It's changed my life, so I'm hoping it could change other people's lives in one way or another, whether it's just through fitness or actually competing. I feel like it can help a lot of people.